they straight fire, so we said we're gonna give them this first.
So,
Straight heat.
me personally, I would have like trouble like when I create things like it's a concept, right? Y'all said it's just unreleased tracks that y'all had. Did y'all when y'all picked those tracks, did y'all specifically pick those to fit the content, or was like you said just those hottest tracks that y'all had?
Well, when we sat down and spoke, it was like the mixtape is called 2 Seasons. So our thought was we have to give the listeners a bit of everything. We can't just stay on one dimension. Like we can't just be straight bars and just killing and selling and you feel me?
Right. Now I definitely like the idea behind that, like the name behind it, like 2 Seasons, especially because it's both of y'all on the project. And I enjoy like joint collabs so much, especially when it's two artists that like complement each other. Like you know, of course, like I enjoy like people like solo projects and whatnot, but when it's like a perfect like. It's just like it's inseparable energy, like I know y'all match each other, like you feel what I'm saying. So like I definitely enjoy projects like that.
I think it enhances a song because it seems like when new music comes out, you hear the artist, you're used to their voice, but when you get another voice that is just like you said has that vibe, that energy that matches the main person, it makes the song better too.
Right.
I want to ask you how you came up with the name Team Goya, even though I know what Goya is, but why would y'all pick that?
I'm gonna let Hayes. You know.
That's his idea. That's what you said.
Well, Team Goya, basically, you know, we both Spanish, you know what I'm saying? So, and on our Double East Side song, we felt like we was 2 Seasons. You know what I mean? For the game, you coming up, you coming in, and it also stands for going over your achievements. And then the other acronym is get off your ass. Team, get off your ass. Because before you chase the bag, you gotta get off your ass. Goya.
So true.
Yeah, yo, I think y'all should like promote that. I didn't even know that. Like, that's hard. Like, real rap.
Team, get off your ass.
And to be honest, that came from battle rap.
Yeah, battle rap too. We got battles out. You know what I'm saying? So,
oh yeah, we're gonna get into that talk later. But just to rewind,
you know about that. Though.
Nah, yeah, but
battle
just to rewind a little earlier in y'all career, when did y'all first get into music and start rapping?
It's been since I was a kid.
You remember any specific age?
The more I can tell you is my moms and everybody tell me like my pops used to put the headphones on my mom's stomach and shit. So it just was like since I was a kid, my mom said everybody said I was just around with a brush singing, rapping. You know what I mean? So this just been in my blood.
You?
Yeah, me, same shit. My father was a DJ, so I've been around music since I was a little kid. So, but when my first, I want to say like 11, 12, I started writing, but then I took it serious probably when I was like 14, 15. I really said, I mean, I run around, started battling people, taking it serious, hit the studio, doing things like that. I mean,
so from there to now, how do y'all feel like? Can y'all describe y'all development individually? Like from when you first started, can y'all describe like how y'all feel about y'all development from?
Well, yeah, everybody. I feel like you know what I mean. When you really take something serious, you get better. You know what I mean. You want to master at it. You know what I mean. You want to be great at what you do. So from when I started to now, I feel like you know what I mean. I became more wise, I can say. You know what I mean? Like, I always knew I got bars, I had the talent, you know what I mean? Now, from my best goal from then to now is that I'm more on the business aspect right now. You know what I mean? Like,
important, that's very important.
Very important, you know what I mean? So, like, yeah, you know what I mean? The jewelry and all that look good, but that's not what I want. You know what I mean? I'm looking at what my kids is going to have when I'm not here anymore. So that from then to now, like back then, I would be like, yeah, I want to have the jewelry and I want to have the cars, and so you know that's something that I definitely grew on.
And you know what? I like how you like talked about that type of development because I wasn't even taught that's mental development and that's important as well. But I was just specifically talking about the music. But what you said is mental development is very important when you're coming up in the game because, like you said, you got to learn about the business aspect, marketing, all of that stuff. Like all of that counts. You can't just be out here rapping.
Right.
But can you describe your development?
Me, I just learned music as the game. You know what I mean? Because I was just rapping, so I learned how to ride the beat. I learned how to spit a 16. You know what I mean? The 4 count, the beat, and everything, make a hook, a bridge. So for me, I basically just learned the music and I got, you know what I mean, way better with it.
You have to study rap.
Basically, yeah,
Many
basically.
people, they go into rap and they're like, oh, I can rap, I can put some bars together, but then don't really know any history.
I learned concept to the song too, because I was just rapping. I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
It was just bars all over the place. So
right.
I learned how to do the concept. Like I gotta stay
put it
on
together,
this.
Exactly.
Yeah, I learned everything.
The
so
exactly.
And I just want to throw that out there, like for everybody that do come to the studio, we tell you, we go in there and we don't have nothing written.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like
we don't write.
Any song that you about to play, we didn't have nothing written for. So we go in there, we sit, we listen to the beat, the hooks comes, and it just comes.
Yeah.
You know, so like that's another thing that we developed on. Like we just got an ear for it.
And the back and forth is crazy. We go back and forth like kissing style. It's crazy.
Yes, sir.
It's
I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah,
so we got two. We're gonna play two songs right real quick, back to back. The song back to back and Heartless.
There it goes. There it goes.
You want to tell us a little bit about them? Those songs. Starting with back to back.
Back to back is just we got a couple parts to back to back. So if you can see, that's back to back part 3. I believe I sent you. So yeah, we have a couple of them, and it's just was like, yo, let's just go back to back and let's just show niggas how to, you know what I mean?
I
Bars.
basically just feeding off his energy. We was in the studio smoking, drinking, having a good time. And we just went crazy on it.
And I think Heartless kind of speaks for itself. Right?
Yeah, Heartless.
Yeah, Heartless is just you know, we a team, but we're working on single projects as well. So Heartless is just, you know what I mean, for everybody that doubted us and thought we weren't making no way, you know what I mean, and thought we wouldn't do nothing with what we was at. You know, for people that came around when I was down, they wasn't around, you know what I mean? And that kind of made me heartless towards people.
Okay.
And my fault, to add on to that, I did watch the video when it dropped. I love that video because I'm always into motion picture and art. Like, that's where I develop myself to. Like, you know, and I could hear that we all on the same page with the type of artistic stuff that you need to do that. When you shoot motion pictures like that as a video and you just not around jumping on the block just because you can do it, like I respect that a lot more, actually putting art into your vision. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I enjoy the videos out on YouTube, right?
Yeah, it's definitely out on YouTube right now, Heartless. You can definitely check that out.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I was listening to a team called Goya. Get off your ass. This is back to back and Heartless.
Let's go.
This is right along.
That's that.
I'm a gangster, blood.